Hello, welcome to OnParle. I am your host, David Andrade.
And I'm your co-host for today, Mafalda Orriti.
Welcome to our first episode. Today we're going to be talking with Madame Whiteman, the Vice President of French Symposium, about what is French Symposium and some other questions to go along with it. So, Madame, what is French Symposium?
Well, it's actually Texas French Symposium. So it's a statewide competition for French, and I've been a part of it for 20 years, actually more than 20 years, and it's just a really, really cool experience because you get people from literally all over the state, and there are so many different categories of competition. So whatever you feel like you're good at, whether it's speaking or writing or we have talent competition categories as well. You can usually find a category that you're good at and that you want to compete in.
Mm-hmm.
So now that we know what it is, where will it be?
This year is going to be at Kingwood Park High School. Every year they host it at different high schools. 1 year, well actually 2 years, we hosted it here at the Woodlands. But this year it's at Kingwood Park, and the theme, every year the theme changes. This year the theme is the French Revolution.
So, when's the event going to be?
It's going to take place April 1st and 2nd, which is a long ways away, but there's a lot of preparation that has to be done. So teachers are actually registering their students from now, I believe, until November. And then after that, then we start practicing and training for the event.
So why should people join the French Symposium?
Well, there's a lot of reasons to join French Symposium. First of all, it's a lot of fun. You get to meet people. Usually when people learn French, especially if you're in level 3 or 4, you know, you've already kind of committed to the language, you know a lot about the culture, but French classes aren't always huge, and so you know, it's nice to get to meet a whole big group of people that are also interested in French. The competition itself is fun, and it's really fun if you place and you move on to finals and semifinals. There's a lot of excitement that builds. And then it looks really good, and I'd love people to join because it's fun, but another great reason to join is just, you know, it's a great thing to build as a resume builder. You can take, if you do place in Symposium, you are placing in the state of Texas, so you can say, if you do win first prize in poetry, for example, you could put that on your resume. I won first in the state of Texas, and that's a great way to dress up your resume.
So you mentioned a few categories. What are those?
There are a lot of categories, and you can go online to the Texas French Symposium website, so it's texasfrenchsymposium.com, and look at the categories available. But there's, for example, poetry. You can memorize poems. There's guided speaking, where you basically describe a scenario. There's dictée, where you write what you hear. And there's, my favorite is the baccalauréat, the bac competition, which is like a quiz bowl where you buzz in with the answers, and schools send teams to compete in the bac competition.
And do they all have to be related to the French Revolution?
No, so the French Revolution is a theme this year, but the categories that have to relate to the theme are predominantly the art categories. So the art, we have several talent categories like art and singing and photography, and those categories do have to be theme related, but the poetry and many of the other academic categories are not theme related.
With COVID cases rising, is there going to be an online option?
This year there is. So 2 years ago we had to cancel Symposium completely. Last year though, we worked really hard to create an online version. And this year we're going to continue with a hybrid. So we have an online version. Some schools may choose to compete online, and other schools might choose to compete in person. Both options are available this year.
Donc, merci beaucoup, madame.
Oui, merci.
Oh, je vous en prie.
Alors, Mafalda, raconte-moi la dernière fois que tu as eu peur.
La dernière fois que j'ai eu peur, ce matin, Je me suis réveillée en retard et j'ai raté les courses.
Ah, mais comment tu es venu à l'école?
Ma mère m'a conduit à l'école.
Ah, cool, cool.
Et toi?
Je n'ai jamais eu peur.
Quoi?
Donc, je me sens anxieux pour les examens, etc., mais je n'ai jamais eu peur. Je suis invincible.
Cool.
So really quick, I just want to finish off by recommending this new show called Lupin. It's on Netflix, it's in French, and it happens in Paris. It's about a criminal tangled up in a decades-long affair that left his father dead. It's really cool. The second season just came out, so definitely go watch that.
And also there's gonna be a second episode of this blog, so stay tuned for that. And we're gonna go more in depth into the categories, and we're also gonna talk about in-person versus online.